1974 at the end of that year. But that was when we lived in Tauparoa.
I believe that you represented New Zealand. Could you please tell me all of your achievements?
I represented New Zealand first at Asdfghjklqwertyuiopzxcvbnm cross country, and that was in 1969 in Scotland, and I was third in the world cross country. I've also represented New Zealand at the Commonwealth Games in 1970, and that was in Edinburgh, and then I've represented New Zealand at cross country in 1971 and 73, and then at orienteering in 1976, 8 and 9.
What equipment is used in orienteering?
The equipment used in orienteering has changed greatly over the time that I've been orienteering. When I first started, it was just an orienteering control with a clicker on the top and a bucket hanging from it so that you could see it. Today, the controls have a ident box on the top. They still have a flag so that you can see them, and they still look similar, but you use an ident stick that you put in the top that records your time rather than clipping for all major events.
Okay. Could you list all the different types of races?
In the World Champs for juniors, which is called Jaywalk, they have a sprint event which is in the park. They have, which often has buildings in it. They have a middle distance event which is about 25 to 30 minutes running, and then they have a long distance event which is usually about, for girls, about an hour, 15 boys up to 2 hours, and they are usually in the forest.
Is orienteering a professional sport?
No, it isn't a professional sport in the fact that people don't get paid to race, but you can use it for a living because you can become a mapper that's making orienteering maps, and you can earn a living by doing that. Also, in some places in Europe, although you aren't paid to run, all your expenses are paid for you, so it doesn't cost you a lot of money.
Okay. At the top level of orienteering, what opportunities are available, like travel and?
For our New Zealand young people, there is a huge amount of opportunity. Firstly, is the New Zealand versus Australia for secondary schools, and Pukekohe has had people in that team. Cassette Saville is one that comes to mind, and then the Jaywalk that I was talking about, the Junior World Champs, is held every year, and New Zealand picks a team, and that's usually in Europe, and we usually send up to 6 girls and 6 boys to that. So that's a huge opportunity. There's also the World Championships, which is for the elite. It's the older people, the older than 20, so 20 to 30-year-olds, where they're in the top of their performance, and that's every year as well. There's also World Cups that New Zealanders have been selected to go to, which are in Europe. We have had a World Cup down here in New Zealand, which was held in Wellington about 2 to 3 years ago, and there was a lot of people from all over the world came down to that. There's also a lot of big events throughout the world that anyone can go and compete at, like Ringen, which has up to 23,000 people competing in it, and that's held in Sweden every year over 5 days. So there's lots of opportunity to travel to major events overseas.
Okay.
There's the World Masters Championships that are held every year, and one of our local people, Ross Brighouse, won his age group at the World Championships in Sweden this year.
Cool. What qualities do you need to make a good orienteer?
I think you need to be able to run fast, you need to be able to think quickly, make very good decisions,